I swear you cannot make this up, man. Kenneth Petty, aka Nicki's husband, Big Zoo, who's on multiple state watch lists for being the biggest registered sex offender, is now facing over 120 days of house arrest because of his old head antics, bro. We gotta talk about this whole situation that got him into this situation in the first place, man. We're gonna get into it right now. But before we do, I'm gonna need you to tap in, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run up this video, man. Help me run up my subscribers. We're on the road to 10K. Make sure y'all run up the merch too. Link in the description at staysafeworld.com. Everything you need on deck, man. Let's run this up right now, man. So Kenneth Petty, aka Big Zoo, has apparently gotten 120 days of house arrest for making threats towards Offset. You know, that infamous video that we went over last week where he was outside with that cuckoo Coco dude and his New York old head goons trying to figure out how to use IG Live.
You know that. And we out here. Oh, how long y'all want to be on us with us for us? How long you want to stay here, man?
Until y'all come.
Hold on. How we add them on there, man? You want to tell them, man? Hey, man. How we add them?
Vacation, yeah. Planning your funeral. Yeah, all the way to the street.
Bro was saying he was outside, but the judge has something to say about that in California, especially his probation officer, you know, because the dude's on a whole watch list, you know, that guy who can't be traveling around, let alone threatening people over the internet. So in case if you missed my last video, we basically went over Kenneth Petty pulling some old head activity towards Cardi B's husband and Migo rapper Offset. Apparently Offset felt some type of way because of the fact that Kenneth Petty, aka Big Zoo, had his goons threatening Cardi B for over 2 years on Instagram, man. This dude apparently has been threatening her on and off according to a lot of fan pages and a lot of comments and stuff. This dude is not his first time really threatening her, the Queen's Coco guy, and he enlisted his big homie Big Zoo to make a threatening gesture on IG Live. Offset hit his homie up through the DM saying lay off my wife and that they were broke boys with no money for war. And then this tweaked out D-list goon then proceeded to get the grand poobah of sexual offenders on the IG Live and basically incriminate himself in a self-snitch montage that made them look like fried 50-year-old niggas just on the street. From claiming they were outside running the streets to being on some old head shit, they basically filmed themselves next to a pile of trash in New York while Offset was in Atlanta getting mad sturdy on Twitch. And these dudes were pretty much a total embarrassment, man. Like, and they couldn't even figure out how to use IG Live, let alone figure out how to use Twitch to find where he was. They probably didn't know about TikTok and all the clips that they were posting throughout the whole day. That shit got like 22 million views or something like that. And these dudes were out here on the block next to a trash can chilling with rats, you know, Master Splinters, just posted up in the trash in New York saying they were outside, basically threatening Offset, saying that they wanted to whack him, saying all types of stuff that basically didn't go well, you know, because you win stupid prizes if you play stupid games, you know, that whole situation that basically going on. But we could go over the court order that basically dropped right now because it's pretty karma, you know, karma is really bad. So the United States District Court for Central District of California petition on probation and supervised release modification comes down. Natasha Alexander Mingo, Chief Probation and Pretrial Services Officer of the court, presenting an official report upon the conduct and attitude of Kenneth Petty, who was placed on supervision by Honorable Michael W. Fitzgerald, sitting in the Court of Los Angeles, California on the 6th day of July 2022, who fixed the period of supervision at 3 years and imposed the general terms and conditions therefore adopted by the court and imposed special terms and conditions as noted on the attached judgment and commitment orders. Basically, he had a term and conditions that he had to keep it 100. Respectfully presenting petition for action of court for cause as follows. Mr. Petty was recorded on video making threatening remarks toward a specific individual while in the company of someone who has a criminal record. Bro, you cannot make this up. These dudes are fried. The recent violation conduct raises concerns over Mr. Petty's willingness to comply with the court's orders, As such, the probation officer believes placement and the location monitoring program will effectively allow for closer monitoring of Mr. Petty's activities, limit his movements, provide a sanction for his non-compliance, and hopefully encourage him to reflect upon and reevaluate his current status in the community. In other words, bro, you a whole registered sex offender. You shouldn't be outside nowhere. Someone probably reported him that he was near a school or something like that. They basically showed him the video, the judge, the jury, I mean the whole probation officer. And look at what happened, bro. Now he has 120 days. I mean, granted, he's going to be locked in a mansion in LA all day. But, you know, honestly, that's a disservice for the members of the LA community. That means this dude has to be in LA for 120 days, man. They better lock down all the schools, the cafeterias, you know what they saying. The supervisee and defense counsel consent to modification and waive a personal appearance before the court, praying that the court will order Kenneth Perry will participate for a period of up to 120 days in home detention program, which may include electronic monitoring, GPS, alcohol monitoring unit, or automated identification system, and observe all rules as such program as directed by probation officer. So this is what happens when you try to be an old head on the streets and you try to use IG Live. You know, karma's gonna get you and you're gonna out here looking stupid. You know, that's all that you could really say, man. I said this before and I'll say this again. I'm pretty sure Nicki is having this dude around her for the specific purpose of quote unquote threatening all her enemies and making them look crazy and trying to get people looking scared of Big Zoo and stuff. But bro said he had his ear to the streets, bro. I don't know what streets he talking about. Bro is so out of touch. Wasn't he locked up for mad long? He was out here on the block saying what's popping like it was 2005. Bro had his ears to the street back probably when Dipset was lit, probably when Max B was out, maybe even, I don't know if he was out of jail for whatever craziness he got locked up before, but he obviously didn't have his ears to the probation office, man, because this is what they heard. They had their ears to the IG Live and he went out sad, man. It's crazy, but it just shows the self-snitching is real. 120 days. I mean, he's going to be chilling by the pool, just posted up, and Nicki's going to be feeding him grapes or something like that. But bro went out mad sad, man, doing this. And he's supposed to be 50 years old. This is the environment, and this is, you know, the example that you're leading for a lot of people, being the high profile person like this. And it's leading a terrible example for the youth. It's basically saying crash out. But that's what I said was the whole point of Nicki having this man around him. He's a crash out character. That's what we're going to call him nowadays. A crash out character. These are the dudes that will crash out without thinking about nothing. They don't have anything to think about. Like, bro had nothing. Before Nicki hit him up, he probably just had a bed in a jail cell, you know, a couple commissary snacks, maybe some ramen noodles. That's all he probably had to his name. And she scooped him up and tried to make him look good, even though he had a terrible record, and basically has been championing him, had a kid with him and everything else. But bro is gonna crash out for her by all means. You think he won't catch a body? This dude just spent his whole life behind bars, pretty much got out and is with Nicki Minaj. And you think that if she snaps and says kill this person, he won't do it? Man, you're tripping, man. But that's for another day, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this whole situation. Karma is real, or you think that he deserved this, or you think that Offset snitched on him, man. Real say shit. You already know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe, game. Peace.